Alright, now in terms of my own thoughts about what you could do over these next few weeks or months, here's my entire philosophy. First, it's important to recognize that there's always going to be a reason not to invest or to be pessimistic about the future. Like when I first started buying real estate in 2011, the overall market had already fallen by about 50%, and people were telling me it was a really bad time to buy a house because there was shadow inventory that was going to hit the market and prices were going to fall even further. Thankfully, I never listened to them, and now those properties are worth about 4 times more than what I paid. But now I'm up about 3 times from where I invested back then. The same thing also happened when I was investing in 2020 and showing I was dumping a lot of money into the markets when things were down. In 2022, when I kept dollar cost averaging. In April of 2025, when I mentioned that this is a good buying opportunity, I'm going in even further, and I'm sure the same is going to be said about the next drop as well. The second, investing is not a game. I hate to say it, but investing is boring. It shouldn't be a lot of fun. And even though I have a great time investing, that's not normal. It's not something that should be exciting where you're posting screenshots of how much money you've made this week on Twitter. At a certain point, you have to remember that if you're trying to beat the market, you're taking a risk that you could lose just as much as you gain. And unfortunately, I just think the line has gotten way too blurred between investing and taking calculated risk and gambling. Now third, overconfidence will destroy your portfolio. Instead, it's really important to recognize that the less you know, the better you will often do because you're not going to overcomplicate things. For example, study after study shows that the best investors simply buy a broad index fund and they hold it for 20 years. But trust me, over decades, most people who take the unnecessary risk will look back and just wish they had kept it boring and simple.